The Yogi Bear Show is a Hanna Barbera classic that ran for 2 seasons and 33 episodes from 1961 to 1962. Yogi Bear was the first breakout star in the Hanna Barbera franchise. At least that's what the back of the DVD says. Which is pretty cool to be the first in a franchise that has a mega list of classic characters. Now, Yogi Bear and his pal Boo Boo started off as the third segment on every episode of the Huckleberry Hound show. The popularity of the character was growing so much that it led to his own spin-off series which had the same formula as the Huckleberry Hound show, with 3 different segments in every episode besides the last episode in the series, which is all Yogi Bear. His segment would be followed by Snagglepuss and Yacky Doodle. Now in this video I'm going to be picking my top 5 favorite Yogi Bear segments from this Hanna-Barbera old school classic. So let's get this thing started. Something seems different about Ranger Smith.
Hello, Boo-Boo. Hello, Yogi.
Did you see that? He walked right past Yogi Bear holding a picnic basket and he didn't even get angry and start yelling or anything. Yeah, something is definitely going on with the Ranger. Yogi immediately starts to question the Ranger's actions and will stop at nothing until he figures it out. Now, he doesn't have to work very hard to figure out what's going on. He just simply walks over to the Ranger station and asks him. So it looks like the Ranger's good mood is simply because he's going on a 2-week vacation, which means 2 weeks free of Yogi Bear. Don't worry, Yogi will not be left alone. There will be a replacement Ranger, and quite frankly, Yogi's looking forward to it.
That's good news to me, sir. It's been too strict around here. Rules, 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 rules.
What he doesn't know is the replacement is Iron Hand Jones.
Discipline, my boy, discipline, discipline. I show him who's boss.
As you can probably guess, Iron Hand likes to run things with, well, an iron hand. This drill sergeant style Ranger soon has Yogi doing more workouts than he's done in his entire life.
What's it all about, Yogi?
Yogi's had enough of this and decides to disappear and hide in a tree, and when Ranger Smith returns, he's upset that his favorite bear is missing. But when a call comes in about stolen picnic baskets down at the lake, he realizes they all been played for fools and decides to take a lesson out of the book of Iron Hand Jones.
3, 4. Hop, 2, 3, 4. Now, once around the park on the double.
There's just something about Iron Hand Jones that just cracks me up. It's like throwing the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket into the Yogi Bear universe. Well, at least the PG version of him. This episode also has what I think is the funniest Boo Boo moment ever.
You there, beat it.
Yes, sir.
This top 5 episode video will continue after this short break. And now, back to the video. Yogi Bear is excited to watch his favorite TV series with Boo Boo, Mr. Bat Guy, which, come on, Bat Guy, Batman? It's an obvious spoof of the Dark Knight, and I love it. Anyways, Yogi and Boo Boo go into the mobile home park to find a trailer that has no one home so they can watch Mr. Bat Guy.
Masked Avenger from the sky, who swoops down on wrongdoers every day at the same time.
Now, just like some of my pick nostalgic videos, Bat Guy has an important message, and that is if you send in 10,000 box tops, you will win a genuine Bat Guy suit.
Gosh, Yogi, it would take a long time to get 10,000 box tops.
Not to worry, Boo Boo. Yogi's already collected 10,000 box tops from the trash cans, and it only took him 3 weeks. So off to the post office Yogi and Boo Boo go, because bears can not only talk, but they can also pick up packages at the post office. Let's not forget, this is a cartoon, people. I have to say, Boo Boo can be pretty funny at times.
With that mask on, Yogi, you look like a fat raccoon.
Now, Yogi Bear will be the first flying superhero bear that stands for justice, and he will start by avenging the rule that says all bears must not take any picnic baskets.
You mean take the picnic baskets, Yogi?
Yep, That's right, Boo Boo. If Yogi has to swoop down and steal people's picnic baskets to make justice for all bears alike, that's just what he's gonna have to do. Being a big Batman fan, of course I love the Batman references with Bat Guy. It's classic. And of course, Yogi wearing the Bat Guy suit while doing the villainous deed of stealing people's picnic baskets while claiming it's for justice is just funny. It's almost as funny as Ranger Smith jumping off the cliff in a Bat Guy suit attempting to fly. Touch and Go is Yogi Bear's version of King Midas, but instead of everything he touches turning into gold, it's everything Yogi touches turning into a picnic basket. It all starts when Yogi and Boo Boo are arguing over whether fairy godmothers are real or not. Boo Boo thinks they are, while Yogi thinks believing in that is kid stuff. And even when a fairy god bear appears right in front of Yogi, he still won't believe in them. She tells Yogi that she's there to grant his wishes, so he decides to play along and wishes for picnic baskets, and she decides to give him the old Midas touch.
No, everything you touch will turn into a picnic basket.
When Yogi finds out he really does have the Midas touch, of course it's a dream come true.
Hey, that lady was a for-real fairy godmother. How about that?
This dream come true quickly turns into a nightmare after he eats dozens of picnic baskets full of food. Yogi Bear feels stuffed to the max, and quite frankly doesn't want to see another picnic basket. Well, at least for the moment. Oh, but that was just the beginning of this nightmare. It gets even worse when he turns his best buddy sidekick Boo Boo into a picnic basket.
I don't want to be a picnic basket.
These things happen, Boo-Boo.
If only that was the end of it.
Yogi, you'll pay for this.
Boo Boo finally calls on the fairy god bear and begs her to break the spell.
I never should have trusted Yogi with that power. I'll break the spell.
The King Midas story is a classic. It's a good read, it's good in play form, and it's also good to spoof on. It worked in the 10th Kingdom, and it works here.
It's the only place in the park with no picnic baskets. Yay!
And now it's time for... Did you know? Did you know Yogi Bear's personality is based off of the Honeymooners character Ed Norton? That's right. And did you know Yogi Bear has his own theme park, t-shirts, action figures, lunchboxes, video games, a live action film, VHSs, DVDs, costumes, lamps, stickers, backpacks, socks, and coffee mugs?
Opening day of the season at Jellystone Park finds everything in readiness for the tourists.
In this classic show, Yogi Bear decides to take advantage of the situation and poses as a health inspector. He even has Boo Boo in on his scheme to steal everyone's picnic basket.
Uh-oh. Just as I thought. The calorie count is too high.
I'm disappointed in you, Boo Boo. You didn't give one of your I don't know about this Yogi or I don't like this Yogi lines that you usually do. The ranger, of course, starts getting calls from people saying their food was stolen by a health inspector. Ranger Smith instantly knows it could only be Yogi doing the dirty deed.
Every season it's something, and it's only the first day.
The ranger is pretty angry, and I know, he always gets angry when Yogi does things like this, but this time it seems different. He decides to lock Yogi Bear in jail and plots to set picnic basket traps for Yogi, and just listen to him, he's kinda scaring me.
But he'll never touch another basket, that's for sure.
So the traps are set, and the thieving bear has been set free to take the bait. Now, don't you think the ranger is taking this too far? I mean, I agree, Yogi deserves it, but Ranger Smith is enjoying this just a little too much.
Picnic baskets. Hey, Yogi. Be seeing you around.
Boo Boo does finally decide to come in with his "I don't like this" Yogi line.
I don't like it, Yogi.
Where was that earlier? Oh well. Anyways, let's just be honest. It's the fun of watching Yogi get what he deserves and the Ranger enjoying it a little too much that makes this episode so great.
Get it up here.
That ought to teach him a lesson.
Yogi's Birthday Party is the series finale for the Yogi Bear Show, and it is a full-length episode rather than the 3 usual segments. The episode is about Yogi Bear's birthday party. His surprise birthday party, that is. Now this is going to be a really special birthday. You see, it's going to be televised. Yep, that's right. Yogi Bear is going to be on TV. Can you imagine that? Ranger Smith starts by telling us, the audience, how he kept the surprise from Yogi by telling him he's going to star in his own TV show. He just doesn't tell him about the birthday part of it. Yogi first goes around the park spreading the news, and then he sets out to sharpen up his skills for his TV appearance, and of course it's filled with laughs.
Yogi, you'll be all right in an hour.
Oh, that's good, sir.
Now, part of what makes this episode so great is the special guests, and technically I believe this is Hanna Barbera's first time doing any type of major crossover, which makes it even better. There are so many great characters that pop up in this very early on Hanna Barbera catalog. I will now be naming my favorites on this classic crossover, and you should think of your favorites if you like doing that sort of thing, that is. For me, it's Quick Draw McGraw.
Here goes.
Super Snooper and Blubbermouse.
You think you'll find Yogi, Snoop?
Elementary school, Blab. I'm loaded for bear.
And Yogi Doggy and Doggy Daddy, who both debuted on the Quick Draw McGraw show.
That's my boy who said that.
These are the characters that get me most excited when they pop on the screen. I guess I'm a sucker for Hanna Barbera crossovers. I just love them. Throw a bunch of Hanna Barbera characters on the screen together and I become a smiling giddy idiot that feels all happy and fuzzy inside.
I blow out the candles. Let's keep the party going in your hometown.
Well, that's it, my top 5 favorite Yogi Bear segments. Yours may differ, and that's totally awesome. Everyone's favorite should be what they connected to or enjoyed the most. There is no right or wrong answers.
Stop, Yogi! Stop!